Stephen Sondheim once wrote a song that referred to Abraham Lincoln as the pride and joy of Illinois. He was right, and none of its cities show this more effectively than Springfield. It features replicas of his home, tomb, and even the town he grew up in. Learning about Lincoln isn't the only thing to do in Springfield. You can explore museums covering other subjects, relax amidst natural beauty, or sample unique and delicious food and craft beers. Keep watching to learn about some of the best things to do in Springfield, Illinois. Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library and Museum. This museum was opened almost 200 years after Lincoln's death. It features exhibits on his life, interactive displays, a reproduction of the White House in 1861, and more. The most popular attraction is the Treasures Gallery, which features a rotating collection of his most interesting artifacts. Lincoln Home. This is the only home Abraham Lincoln ever owned, and he lived in it with his wife Mary for 17 years before moving to the White House. It's been open to tourists since 1887. You can join an hour-long tour of the parlor, sitting room, dining room, bedrooms, servants' rooms, kitchen, backyard, and outbuildings. Lincoln Tomb. Abraham Lincoln is buried 10 feet below ground in a concrete vault alongside his wife. 3 of his sons, Edward, William, and Thomas, are likewise in crypts in the chamber's south wall. The tomb has a 72-square-foot base and 117-foot-tall obelisk. Near the site are the WW2 Illinois Veterans Memorial, the Korean War Memorial, and the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. There's also a bronze statue of Lincoln's head, and rubbing its nose is said to bring luck. This may be part of what keeps Springfield consistently on the top 10 list of luckiest places in the world. Lincoln-Herndon Law Office's historical site. This brick building, built in 1841, was once a part of Tinsley Block. That area was destroyed, but the law offices were restored. It's been made to resemble Lincoln and Herndon's law office as closely as possible. The first floor is a visitor center with an exhibit gallery and audio-visual theater. The second floor is a federal court, and the third floor recreates Lincoln's disorderly office. Join a 20-minute guided tour to see what the site has to offer. Lincoln's New Salem. This is certainly one of the best things to do in Springfield if you've come to learn more about Abraham Lincoln. The state wasn't content with recreating his law office or home. It also felt compelled to make a replica of the town he grew up in as well. He spent his early years in New Salem working as a boatman, soldier, general store owner, postmaster, rail splitter, and more. This spot lets you experience what daily life was like for him through interactive exhibits, a country store, and handmade, period-appropriate items and fashion. Dana Thomas House. Frank Lloyd Wright built this house for socialite Susan Lawrence Dana in 1902. It was the 72nd building he designed and one of the most opulent. It stretches 12,000 square feet with 35 rooms and 16 levels. It features the largest collection of Wright art glass and furniture in the world, including a lamp worth approximately $2,700. The Illinois Tourist Board now owns it but is forbidden from changing anything about it. Vachel Lindsay Home. This is the home of another famous Illinois resident, poet Nicholas Vachel Lindsay. He was known for his intriguing poetry, art, and performances, with his most famous works being 1914's The Congo and 1938's Collected Poems. It's 2 stories high and built before the 20th century. The home was purchased by his father in 1878 and added to the National Register of Historic Places in 72. Old and New State Capitol. The old state capitol was built in 1839. It was here Abraham Lincoln worked as a lawyer and delivered his famous House Divided speech in 1858. His body was placed there before being moved to his final resting place. It still hosts ceremonial events and is open for tours. The new state capitol was built in 1868 and finished in 1888. It has 4 floors and a 405-foot glass dome where the Senate and House work. You can take a tour when they're not in session, as long as you're willing to go through a strict security process. Illinois State Museum. This museum features 5 main exhibits: At Home in the Heartland, Changes, Dynamic Illinois Environments, Peoples of the Past, the Mary Ann McLean Play Museum, and Anthropology Hall. It also has rotating temporary exhibits that display the art and history of Illinois. It's one of the best things to do in Springfield if you want to get a glimpse of the history of the entire state and not just the city. Springfield and Central Illinois African American History Museum. This museum was founded in 2012 by Douglas King. It has over 700 exhibits, presentations, and oral histories that celebrate the African American history of Central Illinois. Admission is free, but donations are encouraged and volunteer opportunities are available. Air Combat Museum. This museum has over 10 classic air combat planes, including the 1928 Stearman C-3B, the 1929 Stinson SM-2AA Detroiter Jr., and the Beech AT-11 Kansan, and the Vought F-4U-5N Corsair. It also has military vehicles like the M3 half-truck and the Saladin FV-601, the latter of which is still in use on the field. Admission is free, but donations are accepted. Washington Park Botanical Gardens. This spot takes up 20 acres with over 1,800 plant species spread out over 10 gardens and a conservatory. It also features a wide range of biomes, including South American rainforests, Asian jungles, and Japanese bonsai trees. Check for fairs or festivals before you come to get an even more memorable experience. Thomas Rees Memorial Carillon. A carillon is a bell tower, and this one is the 5th largest in the world. It has 67 cast bronze bells that weigh a combined 85,000 pounds. You can sign up for a tour or go to the top for gorgeous 360-degree views. If you come in June, you can enjoy a week-long festival of music and dancing. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss any of your favorites from Springfield? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.